I've had like 6 or 7 people join here and there, so let's see what it's like.
All right.
What up? What up? What up? Let's talk about this AEW. If you here, say what up? What up?
Get it cracking.
Can you see comments or only I can?
I think only you can.
All right, bet. I'll let you know if they say something.
Uh,
See, we can give it about like 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll just start shooting the shit.
all right.
And then tell me something text in the group chat because I can't look at it right now. Yo, they say you got an A in your fantasy league?
What?
They say you got an A in your fantasy draft?
I ain't even check what I got.
I think you got an A, son.
But about time. It's my third draft.
No, son, that's cap, son. 'Cause I seen some of your picks. It wasn't looking good.
Well, it's by the timing of the picks. And again, a lot of the times, because especially with you and JJ both taking up the player I wanted like 2-3 times each.
Is that why you gave me a strike?
Yeah, that's why I said the first 2 times. I'm like, that's 2 strikes.
Oh, I thought you gave me a strike because you ain't liked it. Pickup was like, what's wrong with that?
Nah. That's because you picked up who I was going to pick up.
I couldn't believe that he slipped so low.
Like when you got Derek King, I was like, damn, I don't mind Kamara as a first pick. My first pick.
I was gonna go Camaro because I thought Camaro was gonna be on the board. Yo, if you're in the stream, I'm saying you want to talk AEW, let's go. We're just shooting the shit until everybody get up in here. What's it called? I didn't know. I can't believe Buddy picked McCaffrey first. Like I know McCaffrey's nice, but the fact that I don't know, last year and then this year, like Darnold at the quarterback.
I mean, for some reason, a lot of sites. I don't know if NFL fantasy do, but I know Yahoo and ESPN both got him ranked as number 1. You know, some people they do their research, but they're gonna pick. You know, a lot of since you don't know where you drafted most of the time, because most people don't pick unless you know previous winner goes first, whatever the case may be, different stuff. But for the most part, people are like, oh, I'd expect him to be on the board, but since I'm picking first, I'm gonna grab him. I don't know. I wouldn't have grabbed him first, but I ain't seen him get out past the first round yet, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like I said, if you in the chat, whatever, you want to talk AEW, see what happened. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Put a comment, let me know you're here so we could start talking about it. Otherwise, you're going to hear us talking about our fantasy draft that we had today until we get a couple people in here. But yeah, once you said strike one, I was like, nigga didn't like me pitting Derrick Henry? Like, how?
You just taking who I wanted.
And then I saw Buddy had a dope-ass offseason working out. I was like, oh, he's going to be a problem.
It's going to be something special.
You know what got me that fucked me up? Is Julio Jones hurt?
Nah.
See, that fucked me up.
People just don't expect him to produce since he the newcomer on the team. And it's not like they was hurting for receivers. So
see, that's what fucked me up because he was so far down in the draft. And I was like, yo, this nigga is a first draft pick type. Like, how he's still here. And then I was like, nah, he must be hurt or something. I don't know something. So I didn't pick him up.
Nah, a lot of people just expect him. He can't put in the numbers when because you know it's a running offense. Yeah, he's a number 1 receiver, but he's not their number 1 receiver. He's just not coming in. A lot of people just got they're looking at it a different way. So
let me tell you how I think I got the pick of the steal the draft. So I got this chick. You can probably see it on my Facebook because I tagged her. So I got this chick on my Facebook. Her son plays for the Bills, Gabriel Davis.
Oh, yeah.
So she's always posting shit about his like his work and all that shit, whatever, and whatever wants to talk about. Yo, if you in the chat want to talk Aew Dynamite, we're just waiting on y'all. So just drop some comments and let's go. And we just we talk a little fantasy until we get popping. What you call it? So she's always showing videos of his work and everything. I started doing some research on him. His preseason looked good. Last year he did good. When Stephon Diggs is double teamed, they always go to him. So I was like, yo, this thing might be like low key that dude, whatever. So I said, fuck it, let me go ahead and pick him up and let's see what's popping.
All right, let's see what happens because it's gonna be an interesting season. Money on the line, shit to talk. It's gonna be solid.
I got him on my flex too. It's not like I picked him as a number one. You know what I mean? So and then you picked up OBJ?
Yeah.
Son, first, isn't he still hurt?
Yeah, but he was not my number one or number two receiver.
I'm saying, well, you picked him up over Jarvis Landry?
Jarvis burned me too many times. Fantasy.
When I saw that, I was like, whoa, because I picked up Jarvis. I was like, yo, Jarvis had a dope year last year, especially once OBJ got hurt. And you know Baker fuck with Jarvis.
I know that's Baker's guy, which is why I was going. But he got a chip on his shoulder. He got stuff to prove. I feel so.
He does, but I don't know, for some reason Baker don't play good with OBJ in there. I don't know what it is.
He ain't running that slants enough like he was on the Giants.
Maybe Baker feel like he got to do too much with OBJ. I don't know. But once he get off and Jarvis is there, it should be popping. Are you watching the stream?
Nah, I'm trying to see if I can put it up, but it's not coming up.
So there's definitely somebody else up in here. So say what's up. Your thoughts on me, unless you just like the bullshit we're talking right now. But thoughts on AEW tonight? What you thought? You know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping.
Hey man, one of the things I've always given AEW credit for is that opener. That opener always crazy. I didn't expect this opener to bang.
You catch the opener? Like, did it start when you watched? What up, Daryl? What up?
So like for that opener to like Dustin with a banger. I mean, Malachi Black. He
right, so you was watching it while we were drafting.
Yeah, I was watching like. I really paid attention after we finished drafting, but before I had the thing on.
Okay, yeah, because I miss Malachi Black and Dustin, but go ahead.
You know that entrance is crazy. They give him Malachi Black, his presentation. We know that strike game. We know what he could do.
We already knew he was fire.
So Dustin, I'm thinking, he's still on the roster, coaching. He's still in faction. He could progress storylines. Cody not here right now. He not coming back to Arthur Ashe, but that was a typical AEW opener. 4 out of 5 stars. Just get the crowd going, get everybody involved, suck you in, and it got off to the races. And it ain't look back after that.
Dustin gave you a 4.5?
I'm saying a typical AEW beginning is 4.5.
It was that good though. It was that good. It was that good.
I would say it was a 3.5 to 4 star match.
Okay, so I gotta go recap it then, because like I said, I was too busy fucking with the fantasy draft that I didn't catch that one yet. I enjoyed it, bro.
Because remember, we keep talking about this roster and how they rotate via shows. So
yeah,
you gotta have certain people on. Because to be honest, certain people like Dante Martin got to shine tonight. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
You don't forget about him, but he's 20 years old. He can, in theory, if anyone could wait in line, is him. He's the youngest person on the roster, as they say on commentary. Like, but he does. He gets to get on the show because you have people rotate in and out. You got storylines always progressing. You got things via ranking, and you got things via grudge match. So
yo, shout out Daryl. He said he enjoyed it, bro. They let him be AEW, lets them be who they are, and that's what we've always been said that. That's why everyone that goes to AEW, they all pretty much say the same thing. They love the creative aspect of it, and they love that they ain't got to change up who they are, which is why we love it. Because I mean, truth be told, we already said this before. WWE could be fire if they just like look at Roman. Roman does his own. This isn't a WWE shit, but look at Roman. Roman said he ain't been scripted this whole time since he's been back.
Right.
And he's killing it. So just
it's part of Mark's entrance. If you look at the not the Tron, whatever they call it, when you look at it, it says unscripted on Mark's because he want to remind people every once in a while. That's what the difference between Mark's and Dean Ambrose.
I didn't know that. That's fine. I didn't know
it's
that.
In there. It's like you see Mark's, you see some barbed wire, then you see unscripted come across. That's why.
Mm-hmm. I'm hearing Kevin Owens. This is Daryl. I'm hearing Kevin Owens.
I see it now, actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you can see. Okay, I'm hearing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn coming. All right, so I said this in the post on the YouTube community. Kevin Owens, I could definitely see coming because he fucks with the Bucks. He fucks with Cole. Cole's like his best friend. So I definitely see that coming. Plus, he did the tweet, you know what I'm saying, trying to talk about Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore, the old faction, yeah, from
I get it. Sami Zayn, like it's like a 50-50 thing. Man. I feel like WWE buries Sami so much. Like I don't really care to see Sami at AEW, to be honest. Like if he goes to Impact or New Japan, that's cool. But I really don't care to see Sami right now, only because WWE buried him so much. Like maybe if he came over and he had some new shit and won me over, cool. But right now, like I just don't see it.
Again, before NXT, I didn't watch indies like that. But I did go back and watch a lot of Sami Zayn because Sami Zayn is one of my favorite characters right now. So he got it. He got that thing down pat. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of people, because I talked to Mike about this. Mike don't really fuck with it, but everywhere Kevin Steen or Kevin Owens, as his old wrestling name goes, Sami Zayn has been there, and they have grudge matches across damn near every promotion they've ever been in. So I feel like one go, the other might go. And the thing about AEW is you don't got to sign a long-term contract to be on Dynamite or Elevation or anything. You can just come one time. Minoru Suzuki is a free agent. He's doing GCW events and AEW events. So
just like Matt, aka Zack Ryder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, real quick, Roman had to get better because he had no choice. I mean, Roman always had it. It's just that he was always fucked over by the promos. Like Vince had him doing the cheesy PG shit, and it was killing him. So Roman always had it. He just had to go ahead and do it. As far as my apologies, let me subscribe to your channel. Yo, do your thing, bro. We appreciate that always. You know what I'm saying? Me and Kenny's on the Geeked Out podcast sometimes. He's on the wrestling podcast. We do this, so yeah, definitely please subscribe. We're going to keep talking about what we're talking. But Daryl, where did you see me on your news feed? On Facebook or on Twitter, or where'd you see me at? I saw that tweet from KO giving the quarters. Yeah, man. Kevin
KO deleted that thing real fast too, but it was too late.
No, KO knew exactly what he did. He did it because he knew niggas was going to screenshot like they always do. We was going to talk about it. It was going to put that demand up there. He's coming, period.
I know they said KO's contract is supposed to be like the beginning of January. I don't know about Sami Zayn, but again, that'll be crazy. Again, I keep saying I think AEW roster is good enough. It don't need anymore. But again, that's why I keep saying, especially about when they keep saying this ex-WWE thing. Daniel Bryan wrestled on the Indies way longer than he wrestled for WWE. Same thing with Adam Cole. Same thing with Sami Zayn. Same thing with all these guys, especially these NXT guys. We gotta stop saying ex-WWE guys. Yes, they worked for WWE, but they was damn near monopoly. If I worked at somewhere one time, that don't mean I'm that guy. That's not what that means.
And if someone's fired, do you expect them not to sign them?
Yeah.
Like, do you want me not to sign fucking a Roman Reigns just to tell you guys, hey, don't worry about it, I didn't sign him? Like, what kind of sense does that make? Yeah, Roman got better with the promos. I seen it on YouTube. Oh, appreciate that. Yo, we came up on the YouTube. I like that.
All right.
Subscribe to. Appreciate that, bro. I like to see Okada. Yo, I said it on the tweet today. Okada's coming.
Okada come. It's gonna have to be a series. That's where Okada's best matches are.
Okada's definitely coming because he's been losing lately in New Japan, right?
Yeah, that's facts. So, I don't see him going like another 3 series with Kenny Omega. It's got to be somebody else. So
but I wouldn't mind seeing a 4th.
I wouldn't mind either. Those matches are crazy.
Yeah, like
totally worth it.
I mean, it makes perfect sense though, because Kenny's storyline is like, yo, he's done, he's over. Like we moved past that. Yeah. So regardless of what belt he puts out there, he can pop that shit again, and then you see Okada like, oh shit, we getting 4? That'll be fire. But I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him go against Moxley, Bryan Danielson. Like I wouldn't mind seeing those either. Ibushi's coming. Like maybe he'll come.
Ibushi definitely 100%.
He lost.
The thing about it is, right, the AEW, the way they book, we know they got the next couple champions. Like we know Paige taking it from Kenny. We know after that might be MJF or Jungle Boy. We know it's one of we know they mapping that up long term. Only time they switch up a little bit is if something happened, like for example, Paige, his partner gave birth, so he had to take a step back. Even though they said he might have already left, or he might have already been booked to lose against Kenny. But that's how the Kenny versus Okada started. It was one match, then it was tie, then it's tiebreaker. So that's that they mapping it out, and we could still see, even though we can see it's predictable, it's not predictable because we still want it because we don't know what order they're gonna go in, we don't know what they're gonna do. So I think with all these guys, guys coming in for these one-offs. Suzuki, we had Archer. Who Archer faced for the U.S. belt? We got all these people coming because
Tanahashi, I think.
Same thing with Daniel Bryan. Bryan Danielson. He don't gotta come in and he said, "Oh, I know that's not how it works here," but I think you're just afraid because guess what? He never said put the title on the line. He didn't say so. Come on, get in there. Let's see. Give us those dream matches. That's what we're doing.
And this is what I was telling you. So I'm gonna put the business down on Front Street in the group chat. When you was like, yeah, but the roster's getting too thick right now. I told you don't go against Tony Khan because he know what he's doing.
I know he knows his business. I'm just saying there's certain people because again we keep talking about the women and the women they getting better, they're getting better. But
I noticed today that the women are better. Like
I knew that because Tay Conti took a little step back. We don't know why. They never said that. But
no disrespect.
Maybe just that rotating. We know Anna Jay was injured, but they got the roster.
No disrespect, but Tay's booty's fire.
No disrespect at all.
That shit is crazy.
Tay Conti another sign the NXT system ain't working because the girl a judo, the girl doing all this stuff and look at her, a star. People asking where she at when she's not on TV. You got Jade Cargill. This raw. I love Jade. They just need the rep time.
Yeah,
that's it.
And they don't have tag team belts yet either.
No, but they did have that tournament. Because they wanted to see how it would do.
But that's what I'm saying. So there's still promise for that division. And then I said this yesterday. You weren't on here. I don't think Brian was here or Daryl was here yesterday. But I could see Sasha Banks coming over.
That'd be crazy.
Because WWE does Sasha dirty. And I think she's like 0-6,000 at fucking pay-per-views when she has the belt.
No, it was up until this last run. She was 0-5 with retentions on pay-per-views. So she would win the belts, just couldn't hold him worth a damn until this last run. And even then, it wasn't like it was a long run. It was 3-4 months.
One thing I really like AEW's when the show records and stats. It feels like
them rankings because it's a genuine sporting product. They got to show you those rankings because yes, we have storylines that got nothing to do with rankings, but the rankings progress the storylines more than anything.
But I love that because you get the message you're supposed to get because fucking no shade because we still watch WWE. Like we're not gonna be haters. Like obviously we still watch the product. Wrestling's wrestling. It's all fun, but we're gonna talk shit when it's time to talk shit. WWE just niggas pop up and like I want a title shot. All right, cool. Like you got it. Like tonight. And then correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they say a long time ago we're not gonna be doing those rematches again?
They literally said it's no rematch clause now. They literally said it.
Every day rematch.
Yeah. So it's just like another spin on the same thing. So them records, I think this year they're even better on the records now that they've had them for a long time. Because before, I know they reset every year and they're still doing that. But before, they was like, record for this year, and because that's how the rankings work. The rankings are based off of this year, but they still could show you. They haven't. They like 1 and 2 this year, but overall, you could have a record like Mox's. So again, because that's how you got Christian Cage in a match with Kenny Omega. He wasn't here before, and he didn't lose. All you had to do is keep winning. Bam. Now we got a story. Now Kenny can't tell him no. You don't got to be number 1 or number 2 in the rankings. You got to be in the top 5. That's it. Get in where you fit in. Bam.
Yo, Daryl, trust me, we all watch WWE still. Me and Kenny don't really watch Raw. I watched it this Monday only because I thought they were going to have an answer for the pay-per-view, which they didn't. They gave us a 2.5 tag team turmoil, which was garbage. But
what's funny about that? You know what? You know how we talk about the tag team division in WWE don't get enough love. You know why they had tag team turmoil match? Vince wasn't at Raw this week.
Yeah, of course.
So because Vince wasn't at Raw, they're like, okay, let's put this on while he's not looking. I'm sure he'll be pissed when he get back, but
it was still too much. But anywho, we still watch. We don't watch Raw. We watch the recaps. We obviously watch Friday Night Roman because that's the Oos. You know what I mean? So we watch that. But I don't really watch NXT no more, especially since they're doing the makeover. I might catch it. I might catch it on the rebrand just to see what they did, but I don't really
I want to say the first 2 months after the war ended, NXT was back to where it needed to be, and then went back to the other direction.
Yeah, so I only pretty much watch SmackDown. I said this yesterday too on the live because I love Becky, I love Bianca, I love Seth, I love Edge, I love Roman, I love the Usos. Like that shit is fire. So they got me. They put all their stock in on SmackDown. So they got me there. Raw, I don't know what's happening over there, so I don't really watch it. But AEW, like, it's just killing it, and it's got so much shit more to go. Like we ain't even got Bray, we ain't even got Braun. Like
Braun was on a car for I think it's a Saudi show. It's like it's like it got
He's
WWE was the only promotion not represented, and technically you would say Braun's representative now that he's going to be on there because again,
Braun's going against EC3.
That's his opponent?
Yeah,
I might have to catch a streamer for that.
But you know what's crazy is EC3 was a star at Impact, like no joke.
Oh yeah.
On WWE, he was corny. They definitely dropped the ball with him.
No, remember that was the first round of NXT call-ups. We were like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Remember, NXT was rolling before that. It was bringing out the Sashas, the Baileys, Kevin Owens. We was rolling, and then they bring up those. It was him. What's Buddy's name? The big guy who was screaming at people sometime last year on SmackDown. Lance Sullivan, like that. That was they bring up Lars Sullivan. They bring up Heavy Machinery, but at first they didn't know what the hell to do with him. They still in the end they didn't know what the hell to do with him because look at Otis now. So again, but what you think about? Did you see Punk's promo?
I went to the recap and saw. I just saw a little bit when he was going at Taz, but he basically said
it's going to be CM Punk versus Team Taz, and Tully called out Sting. So let's see where that goes. I'm not sure. Again,
Ricochet. I see what you're saying.
Okay, if Ricochet goes back to NXT, we could get some banger matches because that's one thing NXT produced. The matches are good. It's just
I don't even want to see Ricochet anymore. I just want. Did he resign?
His contract's just longer than we thought it was because when he got called up, he resigned. They just didn't announce it. It wasn't like a big deal.
I don't want to see Ricochet in WWE no more.
Again, people keep talking about Ricochet promos garbage, but WWE promos ain't the best anyway. So
I told you Ricochet. When Ricochet was in Lucha Underground and he was Prince Puma,
facts,
fucking fire.
Yeah.
So once he came to WWE, silly me, I had hopes that he was going to be crazy there. Like he gave us matches, obviously, but I thought he was going to get pushed. Maybe an IC champ, US champ, whatever. Nothing. Like I don't. Like once you're a star, right? Like Ricochet,
yeah,
and you see what's been done to you, and you see what has been done to Cross. Like why would you stay? Like and unless you need the bag, like no shade. Unless you need the bag just to take care of your family or whatever, live the way you live in, I get it.
I doubt them AEW paychecks are skimp. So,
truth be told, but Vince is gonna give you more to stay. You know what I mean? So unless that's the reason, don't stay, man. Like I need Ricochet. I would love to see Ricochet leave, right, and come to AEW as Prince Puma.
Hey, they got the room for it.
Imagine him fighting Pentagon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That shit is crazy.
They got
crazy.
They got some flyers over there already.
Yo, if you're new to the channel right here, do like my man Daryl did, subscribe, hit that like, comment like you're doing. Let's get it in. We're a community here. It's all love. Take it a little further. You see the Cash App gang, support the channel. Patreon link is up in it. Support the channel, and I also got merch too. So check that out too. Yeah, but I seen the Punk thing. He basically called everybody out. I seen the Tully thing. What happened with MJF? Because I caught it late. I mean, I did the recap, but MJF is fire.
So MJF came out, typical heel stuff, trying all of Cincinnati, and Brian Pillman's daughter. So Brian Pillman Jr.'s sister was in the crowd, and she's pregnant. So he started talking about, but he didn't know it was her. And he goes, "So who are you?" And she goes, "I'm Brian Pillman's daughter." And then music comes on. Pillman comes out. They have a little back and forth. And then, and then he goes, who else is from Cincinnati? Because Mox is from Cincinnati. So it was a nice little promo battle. Give Pillman a little. So, and then Pillman's going to face MJF at Arthur Ashe now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I caught that. Yo, that promo was fire. The swallow shit was crazy.
That shit was great.
Let me get to Daryl. Cross looks like a clown. They got him looking like He-Man. Like that's like I told you.
Hey.
What's the like?
He looked like a gimp the first 2 weeks.
What's the point, bro? You had him on NXT as a killer, like close to Brock. You know what I mean? On some killer shit. You bring him on Raw to be He-Man with no Scarlet, no fire intro, with a crazy ass fucking BDSM get up to wrestle with a mask. Like that shit is crazy, bro.
I don't know what the plan. Is there a plan?
Like Mick Foley said, like what I sent in the group chat, I put on the YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
There's no desire to come to WWE. Like why? Like why would you have faith that you would like unless it's a bucket list thing as a indie wrestler or wherever you're from, like it was always your goal to be in WWE. Like what faith do you have that you're gonna be something in WWE?
I mean, I've seen indie promotion like I'm not even talking. I'm not talking about ROH and PWG. Those are indies, but those are like I'm talking about CCW down here in Florida. Like they do a better job promoting mid card stars than WWE did. A belt holder. Yes, NXT is not your premier, but you let him come on with the belt on. You said NXT champion, and then you dropped him off to Jeff Hardy, and now Jeff Hardy's back in 24/7.
I said that I got so much heat when I was like I said we all know I love Jeff Hardy. We all know we all love the Hardys, but he was a jobber on main roster. So you have a undefeated killer coming to Raw, losing
4-on-1,
losing to someone on main event that's jobbing, like no sense. But yeah, Daryl MJF is the best heel out right now. I mean, he's learned from one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, the man got it. MJF again. We know the futures. MJF, Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, Dante Martin. They got young talent. They got experienced talent. They got it. They have everything we need. Like
I do love that MJF is going to fight Pillman because one is going to give Pillman a rub. That's one. Yeah. And two, you know MJF is going to win that because he's lost to Moxley and he's lost to Jericho. So now he's got to get a dub.
Yeah. He keep getting these dubs. Like there's if you go on Squared Circle on Reddit. So technically speaking, in singles competition, MJF both times he's lost were the stipulations were broken. So because technically remember MJF won at All Out and then it was reversed and then they gave it to Jericho after they continued. Yeah. And when he lost to Moxley, the stipulation was Moxley couldn't use his finisher, and he did anyway, just the ref wasn't looking. So there's the arguments on screen. They've showed us MJF has never lost in singles competition. Okay. And then he went and got a stable anyway. So they're showing us that MJF is the real deal. And I've seen MJF in some other stuff. When a lot of people didn't know it, so when we was doing the Labors of Jericho and he brought out Nick Gage, a lot of people were surprised. I wasn't that surprised because they had wrestled before, Nick Gage and MJF on the Indies. And it was a pretty good match because, again, Nick Gage isn't for everybody. I say that. But MJF is a wrestler. So to see him against a deathmatch wrestler, I was like, what? Nick Gage? MJF? It's not a combination. I've also seen MJF wrestle on MLW. So it's like people talk about how good of a heel he is because he is. He's on the mic. He's wonderful. But in the ring, he no slouch.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I didn't really pay attention to his wrestling to this match with Jericho.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, so this dude could actually wrestle because I was so taken by his promos.
For sure, like he got it. It's not no play stuff.
Right, let's talk about Dark Order.
Oh, I'm not gonna. Oh, before we get to that, because there's something from All Out I got to mention. Again, I know there's somebody liking everything in wrestling. Wrestling has so much different flavors. Everybody, but who asked for Paul White to be wrestling?
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing, right? I'm not mad because it wasn't that long. Two, I'm also not mad because AEW is so infectious, bro. Like just imagine if your last couple of months or years at WWE was just so trash and you felt like you didn't go out the way you should have. And then you see this company that you're at now and it's just fucking crazy. Like, how do you not want to feel that love one time?
I'm pretty sure Big Show was like, it's not what I came for, but let me get some of that.
He fought somebody that we didn't care about. It's not like he's fighting for the title. He fought somebody we didn't really care about. I wouldn't mind him fighting Hobbs, but getting beat up by Hobbs, to get the rub. I wouldn't mind him fighting. I forgot who that other dude is. They lost to Cody Rhodes that they said he's in the UK or some shit. I don't remember his name, but he had a good match with Cody, but Cody beat him. But his finisher was like a punch, like a knockout punch.
Oh, Anthony Ogogo. He's a Olympic boxer. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind him going against Show and knocking out Show to get the rub. So like shit like that. I'm just not mad at. I'm not mad at show because you already know. Like I would probably want to wrestle one match too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you definitely know that about a lot of these guys. Like they're not here just for they love wrestling, so it's like they're not gonna just not show up.
Did you guys hear the Triple H? Yeah. I put that in the community. We always talk about it in the group chat too. Like I wasn't trying to make a joke out of it, but I did say like, yo, Vince is stressing Hunter out.
No, when I said what I said, I wasn't joking. He genuinely like
stress.
I mean, yeah, he's had some health stuff, but the man was a wrestling. The man's pretty in shape. A heart attack at his age with his background, that literally might be heartbreak. Like I was not joking when I said that because you can't actually die of heartbreak. It's a thing.
And stress does bring heart attacks. You got AEW taken. I mean, you got NXT taken away from you. You're being looked at like most of the blame. All your top stars that you went so hard to bring in are gone. AEW is flourishing. Like he's got to be feeling it. What up, Young Blood? Too, because you was here yesterday and you talked, Matt. You was talking yesterday. We appreciate that. Glad you're back. I guess you put the little one to bed already. Took a shower, like all that goodish. But yeah, so let's get into Dark Order. Like I said, do we like Dark Order? Like I know we liked them when
I didn't like tonight. I don't. Okay. So there's only one way that this all makes sense for me, and I don't think it's happening because we talked about this already. Bray doesn't want to lead Dark Order. The Dark Order doesn't want any other leaders. But commentary specifically said tonight they're missing a leader. Yes, they showed Anna Jay a little shine by showing her wrangling the first time.
You know they don't say shit like accident.
What's up?
You know they don't say shit by accident. Everything's planned.
Exactly. Everything is planned. So it's like Bray said he didn't want to do it. They said they don't want a new leader, and that was a while ago. It's been a little time. And mind you, when all that was going on, Bray was still at WWE, so he could say whatever he want at that time. But now it's like, oh, they need a new leader. I mean, who else fits into the Dark Order who could be a leader besides Brody Lee's former best friend, a person who fits into the Dark Order? Okay, yeah, they give him a little funny rub every once in a while, but honestly, if you ask a lot of other people, Bray could also be a great comedic wrestler. Yeah, cowboy shit, I feel that, but I don't know. Either way, there's again, that's the thing about it. Yes, we say they're predictable in certain things, but no matter what prediction we make, if it's Hangman, if it's Bray, if Evil Uno get booted out, whatever they decide to do from here, we know it's going to bang.
See, I don't think Hangman works for them because I don't feel like they're faces. You know what I mean?
They became faces because Brody died. That's why they turned them face.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't see them like I see Hangman Page as a legit face.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though he's technically a rookie, whatever, we haven't seen him work to see what he can do as a heel. I technically see him as a face. I don't see Dark Order as a face. So I could see Bray coming in, whatever his name's going to be. I could see him coming in and bringing him back to that shit that Brody had him in.
Well, I think they got certain people, part of the Dark Order, who could be faces. Like John Silver could be a face by himself. I don't see them as a group being faces, at least not long term.
So what do you think? You think they're teasing a split to bring someone in to bring him back?
They're teasing a split, and it's just going to be a split. Because remember, some of these people, they were tag teams separately. I think it was Alex Reynolds and Preston Vance were a tag team in Canada. Like they have associations with each other. There's already cliques in the Dark Order. But also, you could just be like, okay, they really just need someone to come in and bridge. Because remember, before Brody came, they were kind of a mess anyway. Even as heels, they were like, they didn't know what they were doing. Again, that was all on purpose. Brody came in, had the little 2-3 weeks as a Vince-like character, and bam, that was it. Dark Order was something to take serious. Brody ragdolled Cody. They were even more serious. Again, that's the thing about all these factions. You got factions, you got rankings, you got grudge matches, you got so many things pushing storylines. So again, I think. Remember, I already told you, I think Bray's going to Impact. But if Bray doesn't go to Impact, why not slot him in right there? I know there's some emotional stuff involved. I'm not going to begrudge people personal things. But if we talk about wrestling in the ring, we talk about kayfabe, Bray fits right in there.
Yeah, I said the same thing yesterday. I said I don't want to see Bray go to Impact. But as far as his characters and the characters that are at Impact, it makes sense. But I just don't want to see him there, especially.
I need someone to get on media call and ask Tony Khan his opinion of Undertaker. If it's a positive opinion, then Bray will work. Because remember, he's already said he didn't like when Matt teleported, and they make this every time. I've not even been on TV that much, but they go out of their way to mention she's some crazy girl who thinks she is a zombie, not an actual zombie. Because again, they treat this like a sport. They know we ain't dumb. We are wrestling fans. We've been watching wrestling. AEW might be a lot of people's intro to wrestling, but for the most part, that's not the demographic that they're finding. So it's like they know people know. So they don't.
So I don't give a shit.
Those type of gimmicks, they have very little room on AEW.
So I don't give a shit for Bray Wyatt. Our rules are out the door. I'm gonna make my money 4 times back with Bray.
I think they can make it work regardless. And again, AEW already has flavors of the month type of feel to it. You can have your luchadors, you can have your technicians. We have all this stuff already. So we have comedic wrestling. We already have all this stuff on here. So if we give a little spooky, that type of thing, a little shine every once in a while, I don't see no problem. Because again, that's how the Dark Order started. They were like a cult before Brody came in.
Hey, and Colt is what Bray's new shit is called.
Yeah, Cult of Wyndham. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I say they'll tease the split, but Hangman could come back. He's still projected to win it. But Kenny and how fitting in that goes back. Eric or Bray would also be cool. Do y'all? Man. They teased it in the BTX, but he would win.
I gotta start. I'm not caught up on BT, but BT.
What? I've been putting it in the group.
That shit is fire.
Oh, that's another thing, guys. If you do have Facebook, I believe I put it in the description box in this thing. It shows our Facebook group for wrestling. You can join that too. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that's free. So, come on there and shoot the shit. But people are tripping over Hangman Page not being around. They said that they took the shine off. But Page asked for his time off.
Yeah.
Because he said it.
We talk about this all the time. Kayfabe is it's not dead. I mean, it's dead, but it's not dead. Like, we all got the internet. We can all see sports. We can all see all that stuff. Yeah. But these people are still playing characters. But they are also still people. Like, his partner just had a child.
And that is what I like about AEW.
That's like, but I mean,
lets you take time off.
I mean, WWE did it for Becky. They do it for certain people. But people kept saying, "Oh, Becky's, she gave birth in December. Why she not in the Royal Rumble? Are you crazy? You not know how women's bodies work? You don't just wrestling. They make it look easy, but you can't just jump back into wrestling after giving birth. Like, are you people crazy? So it's like people forget that these people are people sometimes. Like, and again, we talk about this. Their roster is cyclical. They could afford to keep Adam. I mean, he don't move on the rankings unless people win through it, and then even then he hasn't lost. He just fell down because other people are winning. Once those people lose, like, again, they can make those things move with Dark Elevation, so it doesn't matter. He could be on a little bit. But
it touched more on it. But this is what I like, because you see that Hangman left for a little bit. You see that fucking Cody left right now for a little bit.
Yeah, he coming back. Yeah, for Arthur Ashe. Yep.
But they're getting their breathers. They're getting their breaks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took fucking forever and a day for WWE stars to get that. But
yeah. And those are not breaks. Those are barriers.
It's because they hurt.
Yeah. It's never because they don't push people. It's just top of the card. That's it. Like,
yeah,
you see legit pushes. You can see rankings move. You see, hey, this guy been on TV a lot lately. This guy's on Dynamite, like Pillman Jr., Dynamite and Rampage this week. Like, these things don't just disappear.
Do y'all see Adam Cole turning on the Elite for that AEW title? I mean, I think that's obvious. Like, eventually something will happen where they'll, not right now because obviously it's fresh and they're loving each other. But I mean, even with the Kevin Steens coming in, like, that group could turn into something. Like, you just never know. Like, I think obviously, like, the Elite, Bullet Club, they always turn on each other. So I definitely think.
Yeah, that's like Civil War is their specialty. So
at some point, that's definitely gonna happen. Definitely. What up, Young Blood? Next, with WWE, they hurt losing time. That's why they Chris. Like, exactly, and that's why.
Especially this day and age, Vince will forget about you.
Yeah, like, rest in peace, Eddie. Rest in peace, Chris. That's why niggas were always on, like, painkillers and Vicodin and all that shit, drugs.
I mean, I was watching this thing. I forgot what it was on. It was on YouTube. Something. So I think it was like 1985. Hulk Hogan, who again, his body was destroyed.
Yeah, we don't speak of that name, but you know that.
Okay, people on his level of the card, they wrestled 360 times that year. There's 365 days. Some of them was doing 2 shows in a day in different cities. Like, these people body get destroyed. That's why they're doing all these drugs. They got to be able to keep going. They got to, because if you don't, Vince will forget about you. Unless
I love Batista, but go ahead.
If you Vince forget about you. If you not, unless you Triple H, you can't take time off. You just can't.
So let me ask you a question. So since, I mean, they have a rotating roster anyway, so they do it anyway. But since AEW is geared more sports-like, do you think it's possible they could implement something in AEW like seasons, like sports, like saying like
Right.
from I don't know, like fucking I don't know, July to August.
I mean, they could, but even though it is sport and like wrestling for the TV wrestling, North American wrestling is episodic. Like you gotta come. Like TV deals with driving them. Yes, AEW still does actual pay-per-views, unlike WWE, but their moneymaker is not just merch. It's that TV deal. And TNT they think about it is when NBA season come around, when hockey come around, they got to move around those schedules. So it might be beneficial to do something like that. Like, okay, when none of these sports on TV, that's when we really gonna be episodic. Once those on, we'll be on once a week. Because when AEW comes to town to Miami in October, it's gonna be Rampage before Dynamite. It's gonna be Friday night Rampage, Saturday night Dynamite, 2 days back to back, both in Miami. Because they got to, because NBA season, hockey season, all that stuff is in the way, and they on TNT, which broadcasts all these damn sports. So they could do that. That might work, but it's because it's so many sports. Because baseball, they got literally working with 3 other sports in the way, and then they got to compete. I mean, obviously, so depending on the day, because they're on Wednesday. So there's basketball, there's hockey, there's baseball, but there's no football. But if they move it around, now you got football. Saturday.
I mean, just think about it. We'd be upset because obviously it's gone. But just think about when that shit comes back like 3 months later, like, oh shit, AEW started.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. I mean, again, that's the thing. And then you got season finales. Can you imagine the season finale? A pay-per-view. Oh my!
He was on a cliffhanger type shit.
What, they would blow it out of the water.
Yeah, definitely.
Season premiere. Because I mean, look at the Rampage premiere. Look at the second episode of Rampage. They that's one of the problems they used to have was debuts. Miro's debut was terrible. Like that whole that wedding thing was terrible. I mean, I don't like wrestling weddings to begin with, but that was a particularly bad one. But look at him now, a killer. And then look at Christian Cage's debut. They've gotten way better at the things they were doing wrong. So if you give them a season premiere, season finale, 4 pay-per-views out of the year, man, that'd be crazy.
All right, so what about that? I read what you said, Youngblood. That sounds like a good idea. So what if they do what me and you talked about and the group talked about a while ago? Because obviously they could be the first one because WWE's never going to do it. But since we have the forbidden door slammed the fuck open, what if we get a pay-per-view? What's their Mania pay-per-view? Is it All Out? What's their Mania pay-per-view?
I believe it's Revolution.
Revolution is their Mania shit?
I believe Revolution is their Mania.
I feel like it should have been All Out. But all right, cool. Whatever or even they make a new one for a WrestleMania type thing. Let's say that they make, let's just, for the argument, let's just say Revolution. So every year Revolution for their WrestleMania have whatever belts, but against the different divisions, against fucking New Japan Pro Wrestler over there.
So what Starrcade was before WrestleMania came out, the Starrcade is technically the precursor to WrestleMania. Just people don't remember that because it was Dusty, not Vince, who did that. So that's basically, so again, that would be awesome. A lot of people talk another idea people have, which I don't think will work because the roster is too big. And again, I'm not talking about how do you give everyone shine, but I'm talking about the G1. The way the G1 works is everyone wrestles everyone. So this roster is too big of main event stars. It wouldn't work. But a lot of people are like, let's get a G1 for AEW. I'd love that. I love the G, because first of all, it shows that these wrestlers are actual athletes. Everyone's wrestling for real. Like it's again, same thing with Mexico. That these people are athletes, and these people we know they're athletes. They are stars. I would love a G1, but that can't happen. But what you talking about? Triple A. Obviously, we can't do it. WWE, ROH, PWG, Impact, New Japan. It'd be crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine the promo was leading up to the WrestleMania. Like, I don't know. Let's just say who's the champion at New Japan right now?
New Japan's current champion? I don't even know. Let me double check that.
But let's say it won't be Kenny. So let's say at the time it'll be fucking who's up and coming for that now. I don't want to see Paige. Let's just say it's Cole.
Yeah.
Let's say Cole's the champion for the next WrestleMania type shit. Imagine fucking whoever is the New Japan wrestling champ over there comes in, pops shit like, yo, you ain't the best in the world. So at WrestleMania or Revolution, we're gonna see who the best in the world and all this shit is. Just like with God. God comes over and tells Penta and them, y'all know y'all ain't fucking with it, or fucking Santana and Ortiz be like, you guys know you ain't fucking with us. Let's prove that in the revolution.
That would actually be best. It's Takagi who's currently the champion. He's been champion for how long now? Like a couple months. But that would be awesome. Because again, that would blow the doors wide open. Again, I don't watch as much other wrestling as I watch. Impact barely even comes across my radar. New Japan, I'm not watching. I watch some matches, but I'm not watching it live. And it's the same. But a lot of that stuff, man. Ospreay, Ospreay, Okada. This NXT UK didn't do what it's supposed to do, but it did introduce me to a lot of British wrestlers, and they got some wrestlers over there. So we got all these different scenes. You get all these different flavors. You get different. You get Luchador going against Strowman. Imagine Walter versus Fuego del Sol. Like, what? You got all this available talent.
It's never gonna happen with WWE. That's why I said with Tony, I feel like since the doors open, they could be the first ones to start that shit, and that shit would be crazy. A fucking universal WrestleMania.
Right. What WrestleMania should be. But I'm saying, like, I tell you, Tony a wrestling nerd. Like that Tully saying to Sting tonight. Later. So
son, I thought a monster was coming to attack you.
Nah, it's my dog. So thing about it is, right, with something like Sting being challenged by Tully, that's something Tony wanted all his life. He wanted to see that again. He not sick of seeing. He wanted to see that was for the wrestling nerd him. That was for him. And that's how we're gonna get a lot of these dream matches. It's Tony's dream matches. So we're gonna get things we was never gonna get before because we got a wrestling nerd in charge, not someone who says his business isn't wrestling, it's sports entertainment. Which I like sports entertainment. It's what I grew up on. But pro wrestling is also special. And Tony know that. Yeah.
I don't know what you said. Brock Lesnar will be a Abby. I don't know what that means. I think that would be fine. I can see it happening.
Brock Lesnar versus Wardlow.
Yeah, but see, like Brock, I can see coming over, but Vince is going to keep feeding him the bag until he retires.
Yeah, you see, Dana don't even want to shoot Brock no money to try to put him away no more. Dana's like, forget it. It ain't even worth it.
Nah. The possibilities are endless, and AEW, that's what fans. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just so many storylines to go. And like I said, when Kevin Steen comes, like a split, Civil War, like there's just so much shit.
Yeah.
Then when AJ's contract is up, Finn's contract is up.
I was waiting for Finn. I was waiting for that.
We got a full fucking original Bullet Club elite
back.
Civil War shit.
Yeah.
You know what? I know it's AEW, but what do we think about now Vince is teasing the Demon coming back?
I don't mind the Demon. I like the Demon. Just the problem is the last time on the main roster, they overdid it. Like they do a lot of things. Beat it with, like, oh, let's go sell toys and merch. Let's do it till everyone's sick of it. Like, we could have stretched out over a much longer time, and it would have been great.
Brock Lesnar would make. Yeah, that is funny. I don't. The only reason why I don't like Brian Cage is I just feel like he's stiff. Like I don't feel like he moves well.
He's a charisma vacuum. He has no charisma. He don't got it.
Like the look is.
I don't even think about his. Like when I think about him, I don't even think about his wrestling. I think about how much of a dead person he is. Like
yeah, like his look is cool. Obviously, he's a big guy.
He's jacked. Yeah,
but yeah, I've never had a desire to watch Brian Cage like fight. No shade.
I've seen him wrestle live twice. Once on an indie down here, and once for AEW down here.
Yeah, it's only because he's stiff. That's why I'm saying. Like, if he wasn't stiff, like no shade. If he wasn't stiff,
faster than the big man should be. You know how the typical big man, the commentator talk, but he's still stiff. He's fast, but
Brock will be a baby face to beat Roman Reigns. I think Brock could beat Roman because Roman has had the title for a minute, and Vince likes to let Brock win at everything. So I think Brock could beat Roman.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
But I would like to see Roman destroy Brock. Demon is dope, but he has to go over. Yeah, like they killed the Demon. The same way they killed the Fiend, they killed the Demon. But Vince is gonna do whatever to try to.
The funny thing is, right? The best booking WWE does right now is heels. They can't book baby faces, And if they do book a babyface well, it's not on purpose. It's like Riddle is over.
Oh my god, I love Riddle.
But it's not the way they think he's over. You know what I mean? Like
they want him to be over.
He's over because of him, not because of them.
Yeah, they don't want him to be over.
Yeah, when he forgot those lines,
that shit was so funny.
It was hilarious.
But you know, it's because he's a stone hard stoner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, when he was in NXT, Triple H let him have it. He let him have it. There was times he's like, okay, just get across. What they tell me AEW, get these points across. This is what you. These are things you need to talk about. But however you want to get it across, get over.
Son, him and Randy together are so amazing. It's so gold.
It's funny. So a lot of people talk about this with WWE's tag teams. None of them can actually get along. That's I think 5 out of like 7 tag teams in all of WWE aren't real tag teams. I think it's literally just the Usos and
Street Profits,
the NXT tag team champions. Those are literally the only 2 tag teams that are holding belts that are actual tag teams. But with Randy and Riddle, it actually works.
What about the Street Profits?
I mean, I'm saying holding belts though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, holding belts. They have they have tag teams with them. The Street Profits, their run was they didn't have any opponents. The Fiend would debut at Full Gear.
No, Roman is way better as a heel. That's what we said that for the last year and a half before Roman turned heel. We were waiting for him to be heel because that's like more of his character of who he is with the Usos and shit. So definitely, the Fiend will debut at Full Gear. That'd be something depending on who it is. But yeah, I don't want to get off Riddle real quick. Riddle was so like I go back and watch him when he's talking to Randy. He's like, "Oh, Randy," like it's just so funny. Like I don't know if you guys, you Kenny, if y'all 420, I'm 420 friendly here, but when when you watch it, you can recall yourself like having those conversations with people and just being lost in the moment. Just like when he forgot the lines, you can remember when he's like, "Oh shit, what was I supposed to say? Fuck," and he just left.
Yeah,
like, it's just funny as fuck.
Rob Van Dam walked so Riddle could run.
Oh my god! Imagine them as a tag team.
That's why they had them link up for on that Superstars night. But the thing about it is like another thing for Matt Riddle that helps him is he was a legit MMA guy. Like he could legit strike. Like so he got the character thing down and then he could go in the ring. Like how hard is that to book?
Yeah, like I don't know who asked me yesterday. I don't know if it was Young Blood or somebody else, but I looked up. It might have been the other dude that was here. I forgot his name. 200 IQ, some shit like that. But I looked up Riddle's MMA career. He actually had a pretty good record. I think it was like 8-3 or some shit like that. It wasn't that bad.
They got quite a few former. I mean, we could talk about Gabe Stevenson in a little bit. Now that remind me of, they got a couple. Sonya Deville was like 2-1 or something. We obviously know they had Ronda Rousey and her whole posse was all like 3 or 4 of them actually the MMA. They call all of them like I don't even remember which cuts they were part of. That's how fucked up it is. But that was they had actually made them a stable. And we thought Raw Underground. We thought okay maybe they could do something with them. No, they just popped up once and didn't do shit.
Son, I don't even want to talk about Raw Underground. What was that?
8 weeks of foolishness.
Son, they trying to make some fight.
8 weeks. Yeah, you remember? I know you know how I know it's exactly 8 weeks because Lana went through a table for more weeks consecutively than Raw Underground was a thing. She went through a table 9 times. Raw Underground was a thing for 8 weeks.
They was punishing her because of Miro.
Yeah, they punished a woman longer on TV than they pushed one of their own ideas.
So I ain't gonna lie. You punish me like that, I'm just gonna have to be a breach of my contract. I'm leaving.
Gotta go home.
I'm like, nah, that's cool. Just sue me. That's cool. I like Riddle, but I lost. Was supposedly it wasn't true. Supposedly, like he had
on that.
He had like he had text messages of the real story or some shit like that. So I don't know. If I don't know the hardcore facts, I'm not gonna say anything. But if it's true, then obviously I'm not gonna fuck with Riddle again. But I don't know. Same thing about Darby. Darby supposedly has heat because of some shit that happened. Supposedly,
Justin Roberts too. There was a lot of people. It was a whole movement. It's crazy.
Yeah. So unless I know the hardcore facts, I don't know anything about it.
Keeping it kayfabe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking about any of these people as personal people because I don't know none of these people personally, so I can't like them personally. I can only judge what I see on the TV screen. Brawl for all, ain't that a blast from the past? Let me see. Oh man, I watched that documentary so many times.
Yeah, do you want to see Lana come to AEW Miro, or you want her to stay gone?
how involved would you be? Like again, managers on AEW.
I don't know because I don't think Tony's gonna do like Vince, like try to get Miro popping and then all of a sudden give Lana the gimmick.
I mean, he's already over. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't see Tony like doing that for it. I think Lana would be a manager, like a manager.
I mean, again, we thought Lana did it. She improved in the ring, but she wasn't great. So again, the women's division need help, but would Lana help it? I don't think so. So I mean, give Serena Deeb some more matches. She's a trainer back there too. So again, I keep saying because I like women's wrestling. I like especially what it's become now instead of what I grew up on was just
the bra panties.
It wasn't wrestling. It was just you got a couple, you had your leaders and stuff like that, but it wasn't actually wrestling, right? Now we got the pick of the litter. They can actually wrestle. They're just as good looking. It's all this stuff.
I'm telling you, I can see Sasha coming.
Sasha versus Jade Cargill will go crazy.
And I said this yesterday. You weren't here. I feel like it could be a possibility. The only reason why I don't think it would happen is because I think you know how petty Vince is. I think if the Charlotte came because of Rick and Andrade, Vince would like erase the whole Flair history.
Yeah, I mean, when Charlotte was on TV, they mentioned championships. They didn't mention she's a 2-time NXT champion. Like they just pick and choose what they want us to remember. And again, we not Goldfish. We go remember. She wasn't like she was NXT champion forever ago. She won the belt at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about when she was down there originally. She just had this shit.
Marty Scurll would work, but I think his allegations are true because even if you notice, like Kenny and all them kind of distance themselves from him.
Yeah.
So Marty's might actually be true, which is why
he's looking real fried on the Tessa Blanchard. They actually cleared up this week that she is not going to either AEW or WWE. She's got too much heat on her with the racism allegations. No one wants to touch her. And it's funny, I don't think I've seen anywhere where Tully's came out and said anything about it. Again, I don't know how many people are even interviewing Tully Blanchard even then, it's like no one like I've seen her wrestle since the allegations come out, and that was again versus Nick Gage. I don't know why I'm watching so many of those bad matches, but she's no one's touching her since she left Impact. Like everyone's saying she's too. If WWE not touching you because you're too much heat, you're too much heat.
It's also the way she left Impact.
Yeah,
like everyone that hires you has a bad story about you, which is crazy. It's because we know she has a good look. We know she could wrestle, and
legacy.
Wasn't she the first one to beat a man for the title?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
an Impact.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's great shit there, but if I can't work with you, then I mean, it is what it is. I think we touched on everything besides. I feel like the Moxley. Did they do it for time limit? Like the Moxley shit was too short.
I mean, they've done it before where they've gone off TV still wrestling. Like we could do they cut it. Like,
I didn't know she wrestled Nick Gage, but go ahead.
Like 3 or 4 times, they've gone off air.
Like the John Moxley, that I was expecting that shit was going to be gruesome.
I didn't expect a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie.
It basically looked
badass.
And it basically looked like Moxley just had his way with him.
I don't know. It depends on what we see coming out. What promo we see next from Mox? Mox is challenging. It seems like Mox is getting all the Japan guys. Mox is the Forbidden Door, damn near.
Before we get to that, what I would have wanted to happen was I would have liked him to fight him until the time limit went off, and they continued that at the next pay-per-view.
That would have been dope.
That would have been fine to me. As far as who can he get next, I mean, like you said, he seems to be fighting all the New Japan guys, so maybe Okada or somebody else comes in by, yo, look, you ain't beating me though, bro. KFC. If Charlotte moves to it would benefit both. It would benefit both Charlotte and AEW. Like Adam Cole. Adam Cole could have been WWE champ, but he chose AEW. Well, Adam Cole was never going to be WWE champ.
Yeah, no, he's too small. He's too small.
Chose AEW for what? Yeah, he was never. Adam was. Let's be clear. Vince was never going to let Adam be champ, which I'm pretty sure the writing was on the wall. He saw that. Like
he wanted to keep his Twitch, which Vince for some reason was non-negotiable. It's just I don't understand that shit at all
because he can't get money off it. That's why.
You don't need everybody money, Vince.
No, Vince does. That's what I'm saying. So that's why. But anyway, going back to Adam, it was by mistake that AJ got to be champion. It's because he was so over because AJ is AJ that he was champion. Because when he came in, Vince stuck him at mid card and wanted him to stay at mid card.
Yeah.
And AJ was so fire, which we all know. That's why he became champ. Adam was never going to be champ. Never. But Charlotte would be, Charlotte would be that Kevin Nash, Scott Hall game changer if she can't. Sasha and Charlotte together at the same time coming to the women's tag team division would be Nash and Hall.
That'd be crazy. Not only would it, I mean, because we got talent in the women's division, we just have a little booking problem, and Kenny Omega's one of the bookers, so we know that's going to get right regardless. Eventually, he just, I mean, right now he's a little bit more focused on himself, which it makes sense. I mean, the Elite is killing it, but it's not like he was doing great before he had the belt anyway. But once this belt, I'm telling you, I know for a fact when this belt run is over, and he's the one focusing on that, and they got they roster all in order. You got people keep coming in. And even people who are not, I mean, Thunder Rosa just officially signed, but she was here for a while before she signed. So we got that roster. If you could add a Sasha Banks or Charlotte Flair, or both, then yeah, that AEW ain't nobody saying, ain't no negatives you can say about it, except, I mean, yeah, they might throw a duck every once in a while, but as far as a show, oh man, that'd be crazy.
All right, so let's keep it 100 KFC. I do know that Kofi was champion, but Kofi wasn't supposed to be champion either. Kofi was a mistake.
And they still squashed him after.
Kofi was a mistake as well because it was supposed to be with Mufasa Ali, and since he got hurt, Kofi took the shit. And since the pop was so crazy for Kofi, and at the time we're always dealing with it, but since it was so heavily during the social injustice, that's why I feel like Vince was like forced to let Kofi get the belt because you see what happened after that. He got squashed.
Yeah, he squashed like.
Oh, if Paige, let's be clear. If Paige gets clear, she's definitely coming to AEW.
She said she's not done. She said like a week ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like if she can get clear, she's coming.
You also should know not to believe wrestlers just because.
So AEW, I forgot who said it yesterday. Paige and Ruby in a tag team.
Hey, I think a lot of people slept on Ruby because of how her WWE run went, but she could go in the ring.
Son. Paige is fire. I love Paige.
Paige was fire. She didn't get to reap the benefits of the Rumble Revolution that she was a big part of, just kicking off.
Yeah.
So. A lot of people call AJ Lee coming with CM Punk. I'm like, that woman do not want to wrestle no more.
No, she's done. She's writing books. She's done.
Yeah.
She's done. It would be cool, but she's done. How long has it been since she for 8 years, some shit?
Yeah, it's been. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, she's done. She's done. It'll be cool, but she's done. What's happening on Rampage?
I was trying to find the card, but let me see if they posted it now. They hadn't posted it before.
Okay, yeah. I knew we forgot something. Bryan Danielson putting Kenny in that yes lock.
Oh yes, sir.
Was fire.
It really was. That
made me want to see the match.
Again, he skipped the line and they made it okay. Because it's the company where you can't skip the line, but because we got rankings, we got all this stuff. But he's like, forget that. I'm not asking for the belt. He didn't say that, but it's insinuated. Like,
I mean, but if it makes sense, I get it. Like, it's Bryan Danielson. Kenny Omega. Why are we not going to see that? I get it. Well, like I said, with WWE, it's just like fucking Viking Raiders.
If you do it every day, it's not cool. If you do it just one time.
But I'm saying, like, WWE Viking Raiders pop up like, yo, we want a title shot. Okay, cool. Like, come on, bro. Viking Raiders.
The amount of screw ups there is.
So I tell you, Viking Raiders need to be repackaged.
They were repackaged 3 times in like 2 weeks at one point.
Son, they're not Viking Raiders. They're not Vikings. The names suck.
The Viking experience wasn't good either. That was their first name, remember?
Yo, Jamie Hayter is so fire.
Facts. That's facts.
Yeah, they got some lookers over there.
Telling you, women's wrestling now. I mean, they're not just they athletes, they lookers, and they could go. It's
disrespect. I already know that. I don't mean nothing like that. Of course they can go, but I'm just saying they got.
I'm saying before if they was good looking, they couldn't go, and if they could go, they were not traditionally good looking. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's always one or the other. Now it's pick of the litter every time.
Yeah. Fire, girl.
Charger.
Oh, she is definitely thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Oh, so you're giving us the car. So DMD Hater and Reba not Rebel, Rebel not Reba. versus Statlander, Soho, and Riho. Oh yeah, because Rio did make Rio and
No,
Statlander.
I ain't gonna lie, Ginger, young blood. I went back and thought about Jamie that I wasn't paying attention that you were helping us with the card.
I'm dead.
So I seen it there. I was like,
Let me see.
I love you, KFC. There's no way Adam Cole was beaten by Bobby Lashley. You're trolling right now. There's no way Cole.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley is a monster heel who's been booked as indestructible. Adam Cole is not the guy Vince would allow to beat Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I love a good troll here and there, and I know you're trolling me.
Yeah, it's Pillman versus MJF. I know that's on the card too. So
I love Brian Pillman Jr.
Well, I mean, Pillman versus MJF for Arthur Ashe is going to be Pillman versus one of the acclaimed. I don't know his. I don't remember.
Yeah, he does have a match on. Yeah, I don't.
But Friday is against one of the acclaimed. He called it a warm up match for Arthur Ashe.
So now after Buddy did that rap against Simone Biles.
Yeah, it was Simone Biles really bad, but there was a lot of things in there with.
I can't fuck with him after that. I'm not even paying attention to him. I don't even care if I ever see him again. Like I don't.
About sending him the sensitivity training. I was surprised to see him on TV today.
So that's crazy heat. I don't need that. That's not the good heat.
That's not heat. That's you legitimately be an asshole now. Like
yeah, like no, I'm not with that. What do you want to see on Friday?
Okay, so I think we gotta get a Kenny Omega response to what Daniel said. Because he said something, and then the attack happened. So we need a response for that for sure. It's only an hour, so they only give us like 3-4 things. So I don't want match results is really Rampage is just about what happens in the ring. Like you don't get a lot of talking segments. You get 1 or 2, but I don't know. You can't predict this stuff. Like Rampage is way more unpredictable than Dynamite.
Who do you want to see Miro lose the belt to?
I don't see anyone taking the belt.
People say Eddie Kingston, but I don't want that.
I have heard that. I heard them. They say, "Oh, they should run it back at Arthur Ashe because of the way the match ended. Run it back at Arthur Ashe for Kingston get the Arthur Ashe pop." And I'm like, they don't book short-term belts. I saw this in the Facebook group chat. Someone was like, "Oh, all the runs could be 3 months runs." I'm like, if every run is 3 months, we are not. We gonna start talking shit like we talk about WWE. Yeah. 3 months ain't. I understand their reviews every 4 months, but 3 months ain't shit.
Oh, I got a great last time, but not yet though. But who do you want to see Miro lose to? I don't want it to be Eddie.
I don't think Eddie. Not anybody who's already had it.
Has Miro fought Warlord yet?
No.
That could be a good rub.
Let me see.
But they're both heels though.
That's true.
Well, I mean, he is going to turn on MJF. So
that turn coming. They showed us a little bit today.
That'd be a good rub.
Let's see.
Because who else?
Wardlow. No, I don't see Ward. I'm looking through this match card. Nah, Wardlow has not seen Miro.
Yeah, Malachi would be cool. That would be cool.
That would bang.
I don't. Yeah, I said I'm not with Brian Cage. Plus, he already had. No, he had the hard. What was it? What's the other belt?
FTW.
Is that still there?
Yeah, Ricky Starks has it.
What is that?
It's Taz's old belt from forever ago.
What is it supposed to be? Like hardcore?
It's not supposed to be hardcore. It's like Taz saying we got a champion on our team. It's Taz imposing his image on, like he's saying we legit, and that's why when Brian Cage is no longer what they consider to be legit, all right, give it to Ricky Starks. So it's still on our team. Ain't nobody else winning or anything, so it don't mean anything really, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't like that belt. Get rid of that belt.
Lance Archer will beat Miro. I don't know. Lance Archer is older than people remember him to be, and he can't go every week. That's why he gets the pops he gets when he comes, because you love to see that monster heel, but he can't. TNT so far in its existence is damn near a defend every week, then defend every 2 weeks, and I don't think that's something that Lance could do right now. I'm pretty sure he already lost the IWGP.
He already lost that.
Yeah, he lost that.
He lost it the first.
yeah. Once he got out there playing in Japan, it was gone.
He was a transition champ.
Which ain't nothing wrong with that. So
no, it isn't. But that was the way to give the belt back.
Yeah.
But what you call it? I do like the Miro versus Malachi Black. I like it.
I would like the match. I don't know
because the last
current Black as as a champion.
Because the last belt Black had and the only belt was the NXT, right?
Yeah.
So
Black NXT was a tag team with Ricochet, and then he
think about it, because every person that won the TNT belt designs it. Just think about
that would be a fire belt.
Exactly. Just think about how he would design his belt.
I didn't even think about that. We did talk about how every champion has had a different belt, which is really dope. I think they should keep doing that. I don't know if it was. I feel like nothing they do was a mistake, and even the mistakes they run into, they roll with it.
Cody changed it.
Yeah.
Miro changed it. So, what color was it when Brody had it?
It was that red and gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has to beat Cody. He has to. No, he's definitely going to beat Cody. I don't think Cody's going to beat him.
I mean, okay, so then he'd have to climb up the rankings, and since he's fighting Miro, he'd be fighting bigger guys like Young Blood said. That means Brian Cage, we'd have to probably get through that. I don't know how they'd book that, but he'd fight some of the Hobbs versus Malachi Black will be something. People did talk about Malachi Black being the leader of the Dark Order at one point, but that disappeared when he came over to AEW. When he actually got here, we just stopped talking about it.
It would have been fine, but they're not dark right now. Like they're not. To me, they're faces. It doesn't mesh. Which is why I can see if Bray did come, he could be like, yo, we need to put this shit back. But anyway, we're not gonna go back to Bray. But the only person I can see right now I can think of is Miro and Malachi now. Who else is over there? That should be next up against Miro.
They ain't get Andrade right yet, so can't say him. Anthony Go disappeared like we talked about.
Braun could come in and beat Miro, but we don't know if Braun's son.
Darby already had it. You said you don't like Eddie. Can't be Frank. I'm literally going down the roster page, and it is, unless you want to give a story where you give it to MJF.
I feel like MJF is above that, though.
I mean, they've never explicitly said that the TNT is a secondary belt.
It is, though.
Someone who's had it.
It is.
Cody was the face of like
their TNT title is the IC belt.
It is, but they've never. It's the old IC belt. The IC belt that we knew it was like for an up and comer type of thing, but WWE treated it like an actual belt compared to how they treat it now. Where it's just
I'm gonna lie, that'd be fire too. If Kevin Steen just popped up, fought Miro like an open challenge and won like he did against John Cena, that would be fire.
Jungle Boy beats Miro.
Yeah, my man is trolling. You're trolling hard body. Jungle Boy's not beating Miro.
Yeah, that's not that doesn't go with the story they're telling so far.
Jungle Boy got a bright. Yeah, that dude is so over.
Yeah, he's over as hell.
Yeah, I think his wrestling needs to be better, but he's so over. But that would be fine. Imagine. So his contract's up in January. What pay-per-view does AEW have leading into January?
January. Revolution's the beginning of the year, if I believe. Let me see.
So Revolution can't be the WrestleMania.
But I mean, WrestleMania is just, I'm saying it's their big thing. Revolution was, I believe, their first pay-per-view. So they treat it like their WrestleMania.
Adam Page could beat Miro. I can see that.
Let me see.
But Adam's got to be in contention for the world title.
You know what? Might be actually, now that I'm looking at the pay-per-views I own, is Double or Nothing would be their WrestleMania.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, cool.
So Revolution is their first pay-per-view of the year. It's their Rumble.
Boom. So Revolution, right? Let me book it. Revolution. Miro's mad because he ain't got no opponent. He ain't got nobody to fight on the pay-per-view. He thinks he's big shit. I mean, he is, but he thinks he's big shit. He's mad that he ain't got no shit. He comes out and be like, I'll beat anybody. Like, open challenge, let's go. None of you boys in the back is fucking with me. Boom. Kevin Steen's music hit. Fucking pop-up power bomb or stunning, whatever you want to do. Boom. Wrap. Big pop.
It works. It's easy booking. I'll tell you that much.
Kevin Steen at Revolution would be what I think it's probably going to be, but I don't want everyone to join Elite. Like, that's on some NWO shit right now.
Yeah. We creeping on that territory.
We got too many people over there right now.
I mean, is Cody is still in the elite? He just don't pop up with them, right?
No, that's why he has the Nightmare family.
I mean, I know he has Nightmare Family, but I feel like
No,
they've never because when you get kicked out of the elite, you get kicked out like Adam Page did.
no, I think he out. I think he did his own thing. But I mean, I guess he could be all elite because by the time Revolution come, they could probably be over with that. Because that's what, like 4 or 5 months from now, they could probably have turned by then. Or it could be their Civil War starting and they need a third man or some shit or a fourth man or whatever, and Kevin pops up. That's possible. All right. So last thing. Oh, this has been fire. You guys have been fire. We appreciate you staying along. If you subscribe, thank you. If you haven't, do it. Like I said, Cash App is there. Support the channel, Patreon, all that goodish. Support it. Wrestler of the Year.
Oh, we did talk about because the PWI came out.
Yeah, let me read this last one. Yeah, they get too much talent. Joined the live stream with Ryback and brought up TNA. I thought AEW become that. So that's stupid argument. Nobody likes Ryback. Who cares? Nobody likes him. He don't work well. He's just a knockoff of Goldberg. No one likes him. As a wrestler, not personal. I don't know you personally. As a wrestler, I don't care for you. Kenny had an amazing year. The World Collector belt is fire. But I really think Roman should have got Wrestler of the Year.
I think part of, again, remembering who's writing these articles and stuff, I could see why Kenny got it. It's not just the belt collector was fire, but it's like he was doing it at AEW. He went to Impact. Yes, people talk about how he didn't actually move any needles, but he's wrestling. Like, first of all, you gotta remember wrestling is hard by itself. He still had he had like 2 matches in Japan because we know Japan was shut down longer than the rest of us. And he had a match down at what's AAA's main pay-per-view. He had a match down there on that. And he's still holding that belt too. People, he just don't wear it physically anymore because they're not currently booking stuff. So there's no point. So I could see why Kenny got number 1, but Roman's
as I said, that's why I'm not fighting it.
Yeah, it's a strong number 2 though.
I get it.
Number 2. It's a strong. It's not like a big gap in the race. It's a number 2, but it's like.
But if we think what Roman did for WWE, first off, the gimmick change. Second off, how he's dominating as a heel. And third off, let's be clear, he's basically Stone Cold right now versus WCW. Stone Cold was the only shit holding WWE together when WCW was whooping that ass.
Basically, yeah.
AEW is whooping that ass, and we're only watching WWE for the majority of Roman.
That's true. SmackDown is the flagship show now. It's Roman. Roman is a. I mean, you see, and Kenny acknowledged him, so that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
This list, Randy Orton. I'm gonna need an explanation for how Randy Orton got on this. That's unacceptable. No.
You like Randy Orton?
To be top 5 in the world right now, no.
Oh, not in the world right now, no.
Oh yeah, that match is fire. Both of them, not just the recent one, the first one too. Dragon Out versus Walter.
That was fire.
Brutal.
Yeah, Orton can't be on that list for this year because he took mad time off.
Yeah, and then I mean, it's not just like it's not calendar year; it's a year from the last time.
Yeah,
he saw Drew like 6 times on there, which is why I don't know why Drew's on there either. If anything, I think Drew should move down one because yes, he was good when he was holding the belt, but he was with too much Randy Orton feud. That feud was way too long. It was like 6 pay-per-views. It was like, damn.
No, so, trust me, I love Orton too, but he just can't make the list.
I like Orton and I love Drew, but again, I think
one of if not the best theme musics of all time.
Oh yeah.
Fire. But we keep it 100 here. He's not on the list of best of the year.
Nah, don't see it.
All right, son. It's been 100. We've been on this what? An hour and 20 minutes. You know what I mean? We got a good little recap. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was here. We appreciate this. Since we get the love here, we're gonna keep on coming back. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna sign off. Plus my laptop is like at 22% right now anyway. So, and I got a piss. I've been holding my piss in for like 45 minutes right now.
Jeez.
You're not supposed to do that when you hit 41. You know what I mean? You're supposed to let it go.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Nah, so I gotta let it go. But Youngblood, KFC, my troll of the year. Brian, I was in here earlier. Everyone who was here, we appreciate y'all. KFC, I don't know if you knew, hit the subscribe so you know when we go back on. Hit the bell notifications. That Cash App game, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Support what we do here. I'm saying Patreon. My clothing is in the description box. Get that merch. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with us. Fuck with the podcast because we do that. Kenny's gonna be back. We're gonna be back. So you already know. Oh, we got a show Saturday coming up. So
Yes, sir.
So you already know. Look out for that. And our girl CL will be here too. So a heads up. I just thought about it. Post it on the community, and it will give everyone a heads up when you're going. That's what I'm saying, young blood. That's what I'm saying. That's why we appreciate you. What do you think about it? What do you think about that? But you know what I'm saying? We got the formula now. I told y'all the other day I'm not really a live person. Like Instagram, I ain't a live person, but when it comes to wrestling, we love wrestling. So
yeah, we can get that popping.
If y'all gonna show up, we're gonna come. Period. Pause. You know what I mean? So we appreciate y'all, and we'll be back. Can you let them know we out?
Yes, sir. Catch y'all later. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, all that. We here. We got plenty of content coming.